Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to take a little virtual stroll through one of New York City's most enchanting neighborhoods. It's a place that's also, let's be honest, kind of confusing. We're talking about the West Village.
You know, the second you step into the West Village, you can feel it. The whole atmosphere just shifts. It is truly unlike anywhere else in Manhattan. You see these beautiful tree-lined streets, the historic brownstones, and it honestly feels less like you're in a massive, bustling city and more like you've stumbled into some quiet, self-contained village that just happens to be right in the middle of everything.
And this quote, it just nails it. It really gets to the heart of what makes the village so different. The moment you step inside, you literally go off the grid. And that is, without a doubt, its most defining and, yeah, sometimes its most confusing feature.
So you might be asking, why is it so different? Well, here's the thing. The West Village is old. It actually predates Manhattan's super famous 1811 grid plan. Its streets were laid out way earlier, which resulted in this charming, kind of crazy maze of angled, named streets that all seem to follow their own logic.
Okay, and this right here, this single intersection, is the perfect illustration of that charming chaos. Just look at it. You're looking at West 4th Street crossing West 12th Street. How does that even happen? It makes absolutely no logical sense, but that's all part of the magic. This layout creates this unique sense of secrecy and discovery that really defines the village's character, even today.
But the village's character isn't just in its layout. It's baked right into the very bricks of its buildings. To really understand its soul, you have to get to know the artists and architects who built it, the ghosts of its bohemian past.
So the main style you'll see in the historic core is Federal. It was super popular between the 1780s and the 1830s. It's all about modest scale, simplicity, and classical ideals. I mean, a total world away from the towering skyscrapers we usually associate with New York City.
And here are the key features to look for next time you're there. Notice the pitched roofs with the little windows? Those are dormers. You'll see the red brick pattern, and of course, the iconic stoop. That's a concept we inherited from the original Dutch settlers. Oh, and here's a fun detail to spot. Those pineapple finials on the railings, they were a classic symbol of hospitality. Pretty cool, huh?
But the village's identity isn't just in its architecture, it's really in the revolutionary ideas that flourished inside those walls. Starting around 1916, it became known as Little Bohemia, a total magnet for artists and thinkers who were actively rejecting the mainstream.
And man, that creative pulse beat strong for decades. In 1924, a farm silo became the Cherry Lane Theater. In the 40s, you had the Beats hammering out revolutionary prose in local cafes. The 50s brought legendary jazz to the village vanguard. And then in 1969, the Stonewall riots launched the modern gay rights movement. Time and time again, this neighborhood has been ground zero for cultural change.
So, how does that rebellious, creative spirit live on today? Well, you can see it everywhere, from world-class museums to the vibrant public spaces that have really become the new heart of the community.
And wow, nothing shows the neighborhood's evolution better than this. On the left, you see the derelict Christopher Street Pier back in 1975. On the right, that's the same exact area today, now a part of the magnificent Hudson River Park. It's just an incredible transformation that has completely reshaped life on the waterfront.
And that vibrant public life is anchored by these amazing cultural institutions. You've got the Whitney Museum at the southern end of the High Line, historic spots like the Cherry Lane and the Village Vanguard still going strong, and architectural gems like the Jefferson Market Library.
And speaking of vibrant public life, get a load of this number: 2 million. That is the estimated number of people who show up for the annual Greenwich Village Halloween Parade. What started as just a small, local procession has become the world's largest Halloween parade. It's a true testament to the neighborhood's participatory and creative spirit.
Of course, that vibrant culture isn't just in parks and parades, it's in the restaurants and shops. And this is another area where the village has undergone a massive transformation, from cozy local hangouts to a world-class culinary destination.
It's really a tale of two eras. The old village was known for those classic red sauce Italian joints. You know the vibe. Checked tablecloths, candles dripping down old Chianti bottles. Today, while a few of those gems are still around, the neighborhood is a global culinary powerhouse, packed with Michelin-starred restaurants and trendy hotspots for every taste. And you can feel this modern vibe on almost any corner. Places like Café Cluny have become destinations in their own right, where the energy of the restaurant just spills right out onto the sidewalk. It's really the new face of dining in the village. And let me tell you, the food lives up to the hype. Restaurants like The Place are known for their romantic, old-world ambiance, but it's the inventive, super high-quality food that truly defines the modern village dining experience.
And that same upscale energy that transformed the restaurant scene has also completely reshaped the retail world. The neighborhood's quiet streets, especially a little one called Bleecker Street, have become a major destination for high fashion.
Bleecker Street's transformation is so dramatic, it's even been nicknamed Rodeo Drive East. Where you once found all these unique, independent shops, you now find a whole lineup of major designer labels, and that's fundamentally changed the character of the neighborhood.
So after seeing all this change, from a quiet bohemian enclave to a global hotspot, what is the West Village today? How does a place like this hold on to its identity? You know, I think this quote from writer Jill Lynn really gets to the heart of it. The true character of the West Village isn't something you can just see on a quick visit. It's a feeling, an immersion in its history and its present. It's something that reveals itself over time. Which brings us to our final, essential question. This is the central tension of the West Village's story, this constant balancing act between its bohemian, rebellious soul and the pressures of being one of the most desirable and expensive neighborhoods in the entire world.
Maybe the answer is right here. Despite all the immense change, the soul of the village endures. It's not in the shops or the restaurants, but in its bones, in the crooked streets, the historic architecture, and the creative spell that you can still feel on a quiet evening. That is its fundamental, enduring magic. Thanks for joining me on this tour.